A live look at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. It's the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They go play action with Hawkins. Under fire. Buried before he can blink.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. And the Mountaineers line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Running inside, it's Jackson. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go right back to him. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. 1st down here for the offense. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Looking for a crease, it's Jackson. Got enough for the 1st. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
And the Wildcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. A lot of urgency for this offense. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath it, create an interception.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
They'll go right back to the run. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Finding some room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here is the offense on the 3rd play of this drive, getting the 1st down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Hawkins. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. He's got it. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Jackson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. 1st down here for the offense.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Pulls it on the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Seven-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
A run for the quarterback. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, it's Jackson. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Kansas State pushing the pace. The corners are walked up tight. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
What a third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Fires to the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Michael Hawkins on the play action. And now the ball is free in the end zone. And the football bounds across the sidelines. They'll lose a couple.
Well, you came into this one thinking it might be a defensive struggle. And how about this unit? How aggressive have they been early in the game? They're just getting after their opponent, and they come away scoring the first points of the game here in the second quarter with a safety.
The Mountaineers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. The option look. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. They recover their own fumble, but doesn't do them a lot of good as it was fourth down, and they'll give up the ball. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood.
Might have a chance. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. A first down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. They go play action with Hawkins. He's moving out of the pocket. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Picks up the first down. Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Johnson wants to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. They're working that left side. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Running inside, it's Fields. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Off the play fake. Fires left. He's got it.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Wildcats. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. On the option. Now the toss. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The 2-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Epps. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. But they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Mountaineers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might as well stick with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Look out, he's got room.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
On the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Michael Hawkins uncorks one. He's open on the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He'll try it again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab past the marker. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. And the Mountaineers regain the lead.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
This quarterback part of their running game. Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Johnson looking to throw. Swings it out to the flat. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
At the 45 on his way. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Unloads to the right. It's caught. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. Kansas State quick to the line.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
He's got the back in the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Run in the red zone. It's Fields. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. And it's good! They've tied the game in the final seconds.
The pressure doesn't get much bigger than that right there. Clock ticking down, all the pressure on you. You miss, you lose. He comes through in a big moment, and we've got bonus football, boys. Give me some overtime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Man, you played this whole game back and forth, into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. Run in the red zone, it's Cook. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to, what, a couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the option. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit? When he's not scared to come up and tackle. A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas.
He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. He might want another play. Touchdown, West Virginia. They take the lead here in overtime. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Johnson wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the red zone, it's Fields. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Huge third down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. Right down the middle. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Kansas State. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember those exact plays, Reese. The things I could have done a little bit better, or the ball could have bounced my way. Just a few of those little plays make the difference in winning or losing the ball game.
And I think as players too, David, you know, when you watch the film, you didn't do enough, but you definitely had some positives out there on the field. Guys stepped up, guys delivered, and put you in a position to win. In the end, moving forward, when the game's on the line, you got to be able to close games out.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports. Conference bragging rights, just part of the stakes as these two get set to square off. It's the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Maryland Terrapins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Well, guys, Coach told me this atmosphere is going to be crucial today. He said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under Coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Mountaineers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give is to Williams. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. There he goes. Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Washington. Looking for a huge play. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting up feet.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
On the move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Mountaineers have moved it inside the 20. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy...
He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably good.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, looking to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking for space to the left. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a man. It's Washington. Trying to bull his way in. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
He'll take it himself. He got it in there. Touchdown.
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
They want to throw it. Quarterback adapting. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The run inside. It's Cook. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the 2nd quarter.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Not much happening on that one. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage as the clock continues to move here late in the half. It's 3rd down. And ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Hawkins. Fears the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker can really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Hawkins to throw for it on 4th. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Quarterback moving. On the move, he fires. Pulls it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Terrapins will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Washington. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run it. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They feed him again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football downfield in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Using his legs, it's Cook. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move the...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Ripping through the defense. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The give to the right. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He's got it again. Pulled down for the tackle. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Throwing, Hawkins. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down of possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Turning and firing back to the right. That's risky. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They want that clock to run. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Right back to the well. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Really good third down defense. Nice job playing the option. Responsibility football, but still aggressive downhill, ready for the pitch. Great job getting the guy, getting to him, and getting him on the ground.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Michael Hawkins. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right now.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Michael Hawkins on the play action. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Big scrum. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their 1st. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The Mountaineers want to move quickly. Hawkins scrambling away. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. West Virginia uses the timeout. It's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Back to pass, it's Washington. Dances away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Back open in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock great to have you with us from Milan Puskar Stadium in Morgantown. It's the UCLA Bruins and the West Virginia Mountaineers. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sidelines. And the Mountaineers will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looking down the middle. The sure hands, it's Matthews. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Running inside, it's Knight. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Calls his own number. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
The run inside. It's Cook. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Out of the... Here's a little room there. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, he races some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Play fake, Iamaleava. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Off play action. Buys a little extra time. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and They're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Tackle was made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Ellis. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Was complete on the curl. Brought down on the play at the 11-yard line.
The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. With the draw, it's Knight. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Bruins.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Now on the move. Got a little grass. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
He's tackled at the
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Defense in press coverage. Escapes the pressure going right. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Bruins! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's Bray. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And some room to work. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
First down, West Virginia.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They stop him right there. A pickup of 10, enough for the first down, and we've also taken it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Goes to the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Throwing, Hawkins. gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense.
Lots of running room. Touchdown, UCLA. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his 2nd touchdown. We're not even done the first half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink this. Like, keep giving it to him. He'll keep making plays, and they'll keep putting points on the scoreboard.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. On the move. Pick up of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running inside. It's Cook. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. West Virginia uses the timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They go play action with Hawkins. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it, finding an escape route. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Bray. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. West Virginia starts this drive, and the offense looks ready to go. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinators.
Could be an alley. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Mountaineers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. A design run for the quarterback. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Cook. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He wants to change this route. 4th down, Hawkins. Complete to the left. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Mountaineers have this offense rolling. They want to run this quarterback. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. This is a design run. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. 8th play of the drive coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Hawkins using his feet to buy time. Looking down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the 3rd quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And now for this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Bruins! That one will give them the lead. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bray. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Buying some time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of...
Guys, look at this. You're surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Hawkins to throw for it on 4th. Throwing right. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Snagged in the middle. It's set. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception. But they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some 1st downs and some passing yards, because everything's been difficult today.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Michael Hawkins on the play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Michael Hawkins. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Offense in a bunch formation. Using his feet. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
To the air. It's Iamaleava. Good timing on the quick out. Turning it on. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Gain